he will be that guy.
Well, let's go to the big stat chaser. What do you think about Freak's year?
You know, it's never easy to hold on to the scoring title. You know, teams start to double and triple team you. I can remember one year, Ernie, I was
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the
It's a road game for the Knicks, and they're facing an interconference foe today. Well, what better way to spend a Monday night than with the 2K Sports team and the NBA? Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Aaron Aflalo is out with the injury. Tough loss there.
Well, it's going to be a few weeks until he's back, but that's not as bad as it could have been. It could have been much worse. In the end, given the way it looked when he was helped off the court last game, I think he'd consider that good news.
I don't think there's any doubt. You know, when you watch that live, that injury seemed to be far worse. So still, small comfort for him having to sit these next few weeks out, but hopefully he'll be back soon.
And now the New York Knicks starters. Freak, he's in at point guard. Porzingis is out there with Anthony. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Roten in at the two-guard spot. And Gasol gets it to go.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Stolen by Michael Conley. About a minute played so far here in the first. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
First team foul.
Allen passes to Stevenson. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Their percentage from long range in that game was off the charts. It seemed like anytime the fans got a little hostile, they just started to take it up a notch from beyond.
The bombs were really falling, weren't they? I mean, great shooting, especially when you consider it was on the road.
Now here's Roten. What a tremendous game he played against Dallas. From the wing, Green for 2 points. Roten's got his first points of the night. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now Conley. He's coming off a 22-point game against Detroit.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assists.
Freak dishes to Carmelo. Trains it from beyond the arc. Anthony's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies in their last game, a loss to the Detroit Pistons.
And it wasn't just about the bad shooting. It was really more so about the bad offense. They just didn't execute well. The screens weren't there. The spacing was poor, and thusly the defeat.
Well, you've laid out a couple of the details that lead to good offense, or bad if you don't execute them. Shooting is just a byproduct of not screening well and not moving the ball or players well. They didn't execute anything on the offensive end.
Conley kicks to Gasol. Good on the shot. Gasol's got 8.
Perfect 4 for 4 for him to start this game out.
Yeah, he's looking good. He's got a nice bounce in his step to start.
Freak passes to Roten. No good from outside. Memphis leading. Outside Conley. It's Allen on the wing. Stevenson kicks to Gasol. Outside Conley. 6 to shoot. And the pass to Randolph. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today. And, Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish. like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
And here are the Grizzlies now. The Knicks making the shot. It's Allen on the wing. Lets it fly. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Allen's got his first 2 points. Knicks trail by 3. Here's Freak. He had a big outing in that Mavericks game as well. Broke loose. It's stolen by Allen. The layup missed.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Here's Freak. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
The Grizzlies have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Allen outside. Gasol a screen. Back to Conley. Stevenson against Anthony. Stevenson outside. Good looking screen by Gasol. Jumper off the screen. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Knicks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Anthony against Stevenson. They double him with Freak to the right side. Conley with a wide open look from outside off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And it's Freak missing. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Allen. That ball. Nice feed that time from Stevenson.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Now here's Freak. Pass to Porzingis. And it's Gasol with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Dave Yeager. Doris, what do you have to say?
He said that they will be focusing a lot of their defensive effort into slowing down Carmelo Anthony. I asked him for specifics, and he said, Melo is such a dynamic player, there really isn't any single thing we'll do that will be the answer. Instead, we're just going to throw everything we have at him and see how he handles it. Guys?
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Spates checked in for the Knicks. No good on the second free throw. Grizzlies have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Conley dishes to Stevenson. Back to Conley. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. And let's go down to a list of players you can't leave open under any circumstances. This season's most accurate small forwards from the field. Number 1, Carmelo Anthony.
Obviously, looking at those numbers, he hasn't just been settling for outside shots. He works very hard to get a lot of high-quality looks in close.
And that inside-outside game, I like to call it reversible clothing. It makes him the most accurate shooter among NBA small forwards.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick-fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Here is Conley. Following the basket by Freak. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Freak. The finish. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Picked by Randolph. Here's Gasol. And it falls over the rim and in. Gasol's got 10.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Now here's Freak. Covered by Conley. Porzingis. And again, it's New York.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
To the middle. It's tipped. They get a hand on it.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And here's Freak. 7 points in the game. Here's Porzingis, and there's another one for the Knicks.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
Here is Stevenson. The Knicks making the shot. 5 on the clock. A nice shot by Gasol.
And it's almost as if they knew exactly what the D was going to throw at him on that possession.
Here's Freak. To the paint. Anthony, the pass to Spates. No good. And Memphis the other way now. Outside Conley. Nobody near Stevenson. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Here's Spates.
A moment here to see the numbers for Carmelo Anthony. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. He's getting around 20 points per, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
Impossible to guard right now. When he's on a roll like this, there's not much you can do to stop him.
Some changes for Memphis. White, he's checked in for Gasol. Jones comes in for Zach Randolph. And Sessions subbed in for Mike Conley. And then for New York, Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Porzingis. Williams comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Calderon in for Tony Roden. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Nice start as he's knocked down 3 of his first 4 and has hit the ground at high speed.
Memphis shooting their first free throw of the night.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Lets it go from 11. And Wright pulls it down. Memphis leading. Stevenson with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Detroit.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the stripe.
Williams kicks to O'Quinn. Now here's Freak. He's covered by Sessions. That is good. 10 points for Freak. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Knicks?
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Poked away, stolen by Stevenson. And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second.